plans to continue the conflict.
We're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. And some people could say they're pretty well complete. We wiped every single force in Iran out.
Now, despite Trump's demand to be involved in choosing Iran's next leader, Iranian state media recently reported the son of assassinated leader Ayatollah Khomeini has been chosen to succeed his father.
It's possible.
How's it? Hey Luz, welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii.
Why are you here?
Because welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yay! Aloha everyone, it's Tuesday, March 10th. And since it's Tuesday, we're gonna have to have a little bit of love into the situation. Put this over here, get things going, color and such. Goes to box, everything. Oh no.
Nobody understands.
Nobody understands. Aloha everyone, a little vlog, little news. Well, the weather system is about to change today for Hawaii and Honolulu and basically all the islands. Some weather systems coming in, it's a rain thing. There's going to be wind and thunderstorms as well. It's going to be starting today, and then it's going to go into Wednesday for sure. It's going to be rainy.
Look for me.
And then it's going to ease up Thursday, and then it's going to come back the whole weekend, more rain. And the wind and the rain, yeah, okay, sure. Plants need water, but the ground gets soaked. People can't drive when it gets rain. Actually, well, there's rivers that go like Waterfall River across roads and stuff, and ground gets soaked, giant trees fall over, power lines go, stuff happens. And so everyone's prepping for this like they're prepping for a hurricane in a sense. And I think it's because it's the general zeitgeist is everyone's like tense and nervous because of this war. And that's the other thing. News from vlog to news to none to war, because it's basically in Iran. It's a war. Israel was on it to start it, but it was like Israel and USA at first, and then Iran fired back at Israel, and then Israel's like, oh hell yeah, and so Israel is like now has open door to just bomb the heck out of Iran and the opposing neighboring countries that had the proxy terrorist group, so Lebanon. So basically they've been focusing on the northern part of Israel, Lebanon, with which been Hezbollah, whatever, that group. So they're bombing the heck out of Lebanon, and Iran itself is using all its drones and missiles to attack other near Arab countries that are near their border. Anything that has slightly to do with helping out the USA. So basically, they just open season on anyone that kind of like they don't like in a sense, or had all these old tensions, boom, boom, boom. And they've had the plan of if they get those Arab countries, then they will turn against the US and join with Iran. And actually now it's kind of backfired because they're against Iran in a lot of ways. And the initial strike took out the leader and Ayatollah, the second leader, and all the second tier, the second seating, and so they didn't really have much of a choice but to put in place the Ayatollah's son, or the second son, but son of Ayatollah, which is the same regime, because the Revolutionary Guard is still giant and in place. Their little system of next person next is still in place. So the old regime, which is the tough, evil regime that everyone's against and everything, and evil Iran bad for 47 years, because they're ticking the clock back to the original Ayatollah. But the evil regime is basically continuing on with son of Ayatollah. So, in a sense, nothing changed. Except a lot changed, because now that the hive of hornets is kicked in the Middle East, it's a Middle East crazy zone of and now we have a seventh person killed in action for the USA troops. So a seventh person died, and now, and you know, I'm not against the bad Ayatollah getting whacked, and then that's another bad Ayatollah. But it's like the head Hydra. Cut off the head and another head grows.
In the dark.
They knew that before. And Iran really wants to build up a weapon to smash Israel off the face of the earth. And that's their main underpinning goal. And on top of all that, they control this little neck of the strait, the Hormuz Strait, so it's choked off 20% of the world's oil supply, as much as a lot of. So gasoline prices are up, booze up, and Trump said, "I'm not going to have any wars. I'm going to make it safe. We're going to have safe and no wars and prosperity." Because he campaigns on that night. He makes a war. Now he has a war. Another, an actual war, not just a takeover like Venezuela. And Cuba's next. But he actually started kind of like a war with Israel. And now it's the economy is going to be freaky and all this. And they want to backpedal because they have to explain this. Because it's done without the vote of Congress, without even a discussion. He just did it from Mar-a-Lago. Go gadget, and the military went boom. So in explaining it, he's like saying, well, we had to stop them from having a missile come over basically to Israel because they don't have a missile. The USA was safe. They didn't have a missile to, come over to the US. Not just missile, like a nuclear weapon. So they bombed them before with the nuclear weapons, but there's still uranium and Iranian. In Irania, there's still uranium. And you know who recently passed away? Oh, too bad, but old guy, I guess. Country Joe McDonald
I was hurt.
of the band Country Joe and the Fish. If you don't recollect this one, Woodstock, anti-war Woodstock, anti-war Vietnam War time Woodstock. Then a big crowd, and the album, if you ever listened to that album, vinyl, used to be a long time ago. But one of the first songs is, you hear the whole crowd, this gigantic crowd of Woodstock. And this guy gets up on stage, he goes, "Give me an F." And the whole crowd goes, "F, give me a U. And he continues with the C and the K, and he goes, "What's that spell?" And the whole crowd says, the F word. The whole crowd, "What's that spell?" F word again. The whole crowd. It's like hilarious. And then he goes into his song, Country Joe and the Fish Band. They go into their song. It's the anti-Vietnam War song. It's the one that goes,
"And it's 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? The rest we don't give a damn. Next up is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open the river gates. Ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're gonna die."
and that's his anti-war song. And crowd went wild. Because they drafted people for Vietnam. You just get a thing in them where you're going into the jungle, kill or be killed, Vietnam. And so, with the war in Iran and the Middle East, how long is it going to be, Mr. President? 4 to 5 weeks? We're going to end it pretty soon. We're going to stay there as long as it takes. It's called Epic Fury. Isn't that wonderful? Epic Fury. And Iran's like, if you think we're going to surrender, you'll take that dream to the grave. We're going to stab you in the heart. And USA's like, oh yeah, well, if you block the oil in Hormuz, we're going to come back 20 times fold. There'll be death, fire, and fury. And these are quotes from the two sides, US and Iran. So Yeah, tell me it's not a war. And so it's gonna be a while. My prediction is, unfortunately, and last week it cost us, I think, $6 billion for the last week so far. $6 billion. So very expensive on that route. Economics uncannily whacked and
Give it to me.
So, wow, we could be facing a recession. This isn't. Did I just write this thing? Sorry. Anyways, okay. Let's see what's in Hawaii news. Oh wait, you know what? I could do this. Let's do this since I brought it all the way down here. Look, Hawaii news. Ooh. Oh. There's something there. What could it be? Alright. Hawaii news. Our lieutenant governor under investigation is fessing up to $7,800 unreported campaign donations. It was something like, what was their grand total? Grand total. But anyway, she's kind of starting to fess up. Well, there was like about $8,000 and gasoline prices in Hawaii, in case you're curious, over $5.50 a gallon.
I'm listening.
Holy crap! Gas prices tick up among nationwide spike. So $5 a gallon, easy $5, and it's gonna go up more too. Country reviews $5 billion budget. So the whole budget for the year for Hawaii, Iran war in 1 week. And oh look, there's some Hawaii volleyball. Women? I don't know. They receive a job at Louisville. They're hitting to it. Usually they're and they're featuring this guy. Baseball. That's football. Baseball. And more volleyball. Okay, quick. How about a little back in the day? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yes. Remember back in '83? It was relaxing. Just go down there and get yourself a shark. Here's a hammerhead. So these three fishermen netted bargained when they took the snag 10-foot hammerhead off Eva Beach. To catch similar shark they also caught is Keith, Craig, Darren, and Bernard, and Darren. Okay. Oh, maybe over here. Oh yeah, there's Joe McDonald. And one, give me an F. It was a very hilarious song. Probably could find it. And oh, there it is again. Here he is again. Come to join the died this week, and it's in his. This weekend, protest songs are more relevant than ever. And it's 1, 2, 3, whatever you find for, don't say that'll be there. Next up is Old Iran. So they change the lyrics a little bit.
Next up is Old Iran.
Because that draft is looming. Moms all over the country are going, hey, we're gonna get drafted. Gonna draft my kids. Okay, what do we got?
Gambling, obstruction, everything murder, put on very good on prevention. Accountability,
oh my gosh. Oh, this looks spooky.
Accountability key for ICE operations in aisles.
As our legislature considers banning ICE agents from using masks to conceal their identities, let's consider the following facts. In the United States, historically, law enforcement officers rarely wore masks. Sheriffs and constables rarely wore masks. State and local police rarely wore masks. FBI agents and military police rarely wore masks. The only government workers known to wear masks with any regularity were executioners. The Department of Homeland Security doesn't have a position of executioner, but three agents who shot Renee Good in the head and Alex Prete in the back were, in fact, executioners. The agents who killed Prete were able to avoid being identified because they wore masks. All three agents have so far avoided accountability because of the Department of Homeland Security policies protecting agents enforcing immigration laws. That has essentially given them immunity. This must not be allowed to happen in the state of Hawaii. Francis Nakamoto, Moanalua Valley. Well, thank you, Francis. Exactly. We can't have. I can't even think about ICE agents here. This is a totally multi-ethnic place, and we're in the middle of like they start deporting people to Japan and the Philippines. That they wouldn't last long. And then the Hawaiians, get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
See, we're in a shutdown. We're in a shutdown because of funding for this type of stuff. The ICE thing, the not wearing masks. The ICE thing is totally bad. They got rid of the person, the Christy Noam, and then they put in somebody else. So now they're like, we're gonna ramp it up. It's really the person behind the scene is that guy, Steve Miller. You know, he's probably running the show, and Trump's just like, oh, what else can I get more? He's like, ups $4 billion. He should pay for the war himself, huh? He got $4 billion, his family. But you know what? You know, I'm trying to be sensitive to not being anti-Trump, but he's got to go. He's got to.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Yes, we didn't mean to make the war.
Choice.
See, I don't want to be like anti that guy, but what the decisions being made by the Trump administration are actually destroying America, and it's going headlong into it because they're for those is like 1 or 10% profiting, and the 90% of all of us, MAGA or otherwise, are going to get rooted, and our country's being taken apart from the inside.
I want to come.
6:52.
I should be, yeah, I am pro-America, pro-America. That's why I'm against this guy, this stuff is not good. So, just, midterm elections go well, and they set him up and boot him out of office via impeachment, and all that goes well, and then they have to sort of impeach the whole freaking cabinet members. All that before the economy really collapses and everyone's against each other. It's so strange. You can't say you can't express yourself that you better not say that because you're Trump derangement syndrome. Why aren't you pro-America? I am pro-America. That's why I'm pointing this out. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this too much. This is going to be very, very rainy. I have to wake up earlier and earlier, and now I'm catching flack and possible threat stuff. So, have a nice aloha day. It's Tuesday. Aloha, bye. Have a good one.
Aloha, aloha. It'll be fine. America will survive. Sure. Aloha, aloha. I know.
It sound right, boy.